Guys, welcome back to Southern Extreme TV. Thank you so much for hanging out with me on my channel. Today we have a really cool video introducing you guys a new product to the channel. Had a little bit of runtime behind it, but used it a pretty good bit last season with some other people we were hunting with. We're going to be reviewing today the NightRide 360 Plus. So if you guys are new to NightRide, basically what they are a thermal camera manufacturer that is vehicle mounted. So basically what that means is you can take this thermal product and it mounts to the roof of your truck, your ATV, whatever it is that you want to mount it to, and you actually have the capability of running a thermal sensor up on top of that vehicle while you're going down the road or while you're going in and out of properties. So it's a really cool feature for somebody who is maybe going into a property to go predator hunt for coyotes or for hogs or whatever it may be. But it's also got other applications with law enforcement as well as farmers. You know, if you're a farmer going around checking your cattle or your herd, you can use this without ever having to roll your window down. And if you're law enforcement, well, obviously having a thermal scope on the outside of your vehicle that you can record from is a very big deal. So we were first introduced to this last year up in Virginia and absolutely fell in love with the product. And we were fortunate enough this season that we were able to work with NightRide. So I guess that's kind of a big announcement for Southern Extreme TV is over the course of this season, you're going to be seeing this product a lot. You'll see a follow-up review at the end of the season to kind of explain some of the things we may have had issues with, maybe we didn't have issues with. But right now this thing has been flawless. We really do like it and we've enjoyed it so far. So big news for Southern Extreme TV working with NightRide this season. They are a great company and we're proud to be working with them. So let's get into today's review. Obviously, first of all, you can see that there is a really big case. This is a nice padded hard case. And I really like that fact because there's a lot of stuff that comes with this thermal camera, and being able to have a case to carry it back and forth in and out of vehicles or you know, off-road vehicles is a big deal. So let's dive straight into exactly what this camera looks like, and then I'm going to pull out a couple of other things, which I've got some stuff set over here to the side because, as I mentioned, there's a lot of stuff that comes with this camera. So we're going to set this hard case to the side for right now, and we're going to talk about this baby right here because this is the NightRide 360 Plus. This is a 640 resolution with a 35mm lens. NightRide does offer a wide range of different sensors as well as objective lens sizes. And depending on what you are going to be using this thermal for will probably depend on which model you buy, which is the really good thing about NightRide is when you call them, they're going to want to know exactly what you're using the thermal for, because if you're going to be using it driving down the road at night, lights out, then chances are you want a wider field of view, something that's going to be a little easier to stabilize from an image quality perspective. And so you may want to go with the 384 with the 19mm objective lens, or maybe you want to go with the 640 with the 19mm objective lens in lieu of this 35. The 35mm like I've got here is a lot better for IDing and seeing animals at longer distances, but you do lose that field of view just a little bit in comparison to the 19mm. So a couple features that I want to talk about on this just to kind of get the bullet points out of the way, and then we'll go into what I like about the camera, what I may not like about the camera, and how I think how it can work for our success in the predator world, and then how maybe you can implement it into your arsenal as well. So again, like I mentioned earlier, there's two 640 versions of this scope. They've got the 640 with the 35 and the 640 with the 19mm. This one right here is attached via a magnet to the top of your roof. It does come with a wireless remote control, which is really nice, and I'll get into the functionality behind running the remote here in just a little bit. It is waterproof rated. It's designed for IP67 and 35mm lens, which I've already discussed that. It has a 25 hertz refresh rate, which is really good. That's a decent refresh rate. And then you get a sensor. You get a 17 micron sensor in this thing, and they are claiming visibility up to 2,000 yards. And you get a 8 times zoom, which is nice. So there's a lot of things a lot of features with this thermal, and that's just a very brief synopsis of everything. Why I think that this is a very big deal is when we're going into properties or we're going hunting at night, this allows us to keep our windows up. It allows us to go lights out. We can look in front of us. We can tell what direction we're going. But then it also allows us to pick up predators that may already be out in the open or out in the field where we're going to go hunt. And it allows us to stop the vehicle, get out, set up the call, and call those animals in, versus continuing on throughout that property and potentially risking boogering or scaring those animals away, which is a big deal at the end of the day, because that's what we're there to do, is to predator hunt and try to help these farmers out. So really cool feature, just being able to use this on your vehicle. I want to talk briefly about how this unit operates. And again, I know that there's a lot of stuff to cover on this video, but just quickly, you do have a series of wires and cables. Basically, this runs, again, this camera mounts to the top of your vehicle. So you mount it wherever you want on the vehicle. Typically to the left or the right hand side works the best from a stabilization standpoint. You do run a power supply down to your 12-volt outlet, or like a cigarette lighter that you typically see. So this will plug in and it will supply power directly to this male plug that then runs into the back of this head unit up on top of your vehicle. Now from there, you get the power supply from your vehicle to the camera. So the camera is now powered. The remote is powered. So now you are ready to connect your device. Now, what device you run as far as how you want to view the image is really up to you. You can use a tablet, you can use a cell phone. There's a wide range of different things that you can use, and NightRide provides you different adapters to be able to hook those different devices up to this camera. They do recommend, in the instruction manual, they list 2 options from a connectivity standpoint. They offer a Wi-Fi connectivity so that you can take your smartphone or your tablet and connect to the camera via Wi-Fi. However, they do not recommend that because there's a lot of interference that can happen while you're driving down the road. You're going under power lines, maybe around buildings, different things of that nature that can affect it. They do recommend that you do a direct hardwire connection with these units straight to your device. That will allow a very seamless integration between your remote capability as well as the display that you're looking at, because again, this camera is on the outside of the vehicle and it's transmitting a feed down to your cell phone or to your tablet. So having that direct feed will eliminate any lag issues that you may see if you try to connect to this via the Wi-Fi process. So with this cable that I showed you just a minute ago that has the power supply, you also have a splitter box with a separate cable that will then run to this white box here. Now this white box is specifically designed for the USB-C, so this goes to one of the newer Apple tablets. Now they do, like I said earlier, they do give you 2 or 3 or 4 different types of mounts depending on what you are going to be using from a viewability standpoint. So once you connect, then basically you can control everything inside the vehicle. You can control this camera from inside the vehicle. So that's really, really nice. If you want to, going down the road, you want to look at something directly behind you, this camera will pivot all the way around 180 to look the other way. And then if you want to go the other direction or maybe to the left-hand side, because it's the 360, you're allowed to go 360 degrees in a circle and look at everything around the vehicle. So really, really excited to have this as part of our arsenal this year and running it. Now obviously the video aspect of it is another big deal. I know I'd mentioned earlier that law enforcement and police, and as well as myself producing stuff, you are able to film through this unit. Once you're ready to download it, it has an option there for all your stored media. You can download it straight to the device you're using, whether it be a cell phone or a tablet for that matter. So they do a really good job of making sure that they cover all the bases from what the end user is going to be using it for. And then obviously whenever you're ready to pick a unit out to place an order, give them a call and let them know exactly what you're going to be doing and how you're going to be using it, and they'll be more than happy to help you get everything set up. That's pretty much it for the most part. Like I said, this is a very brief introduction to who NightRide is, why Southern Extreme TV decided to partner with NightRide going into this season, and then what you're going to be seeing throughout the course of this predator hunting year for us. We produced 40 plus video full-length episodes last year in the predator woods, and you're going to be seeing this on a lot of those videos where we can implement it. So if y'all are interested or see a need in your personal life or in your hunting life for having a thermal mounted onto your vehicle, reach out to NightRide, let them know that you've seen the video here with Southern Extreme TV. If there's any questions that I can help you out with, please drop a comment down below. I'll try my best to answer any questions that I can. If I don't know the answer, then I can either get you in contact with NightRide, or I will try to get in contact with somebody to get the answer and then give it back to you. So it means the world that you're hanging out with me on my channel. If you are new to Southern Extreme TV, hit that subscribe button. We are trying to grow it to 100,000 subs, and I will see you guys on the next episode.